Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I've got a little Gucci makeup haul to show you today. I was really excited about this makeup product launch. Probably the most excited I've been this year. Maybe not quite up there with my haunting the Selfridges Tom Ford counter for Nude Dip, but I was really excited about this product launch. It's not, as far as I can tell, in any shops here in the UK, or indeed I think in the rest of Europe, apart from obviously Italy, where I think it has hit some of the counters. And there isn't an enormous amount of information out there by way of reviews on YouTube or in blogs. So that's partly why I've put this up as soon as possible, even though I haven't used the products a great deal yet, because there isn't that much information out there. And particularly for those of us who aren't in Italy, who want to buy from the range, we don't have the opportunity of trying it out at the counters. And of course in Europe, unlike the United States, we can't return anything once we've used it. So picking the right products is quite important, and I'm not going to pretend that you're going to be in a lot better position to do that after watching this video, but there are a few out there. There's one in particular, well, a number of videos about this range by an Italian bloggist. I've forgotten her name, but I'll put the link below. Rather unfortunately, I just discovered her vlogs and YouTube videos basically when I was searching for reviews of this Gucci range. She makes her videos in English, but in fact the very day I discovered them, there's about 3 or 4 for the Gucci range, so quite full reviews of a number of products. She indicated that she was stopping doing videos because she was so annoyed with the whole YouTube being used by people just to make money rather than give honest reviews. So that's a shame, but I'll put the link below. Anyway, to the products. Because I couldn't try them, I was quite careful about what I ordered from Gucci online. The online service was very good. It all came packaged in, the really pretty packaging. The one thing I will say is that each of the individual products also came in a plastic bag, labelled Gucci, which is quite nice. There's a lot of Gucci logoing over all these products, but you can see from here how difficult it was to get into. I thought this stripe would be a kind of tear off, make it easy, but it really wasn't. They make the point that once the plastic is pierced, you can't return the items even if they're otherwise untouched. I got these items at the office and was meeting someone for dinner and was so excited to get in, I nearly stabbed myself with my knife at the dinner table trying to get through the plastic, but that's a small complaint. So, to the products I chose, it's a very full range, and the website is very easy to use, and the colour pictures, if these are anything to go by, are pretty true to life, but of course you don't know about the quality of the product. The main item I bought was one of the Gucci eye quads. Now the eye colours come in monos, duos and quads. I tend to prefer quads, so that was what I went for. Nice packaging. I think there's about 10 or 12 really pretty colours, some of them very unusual. There's a very nice autumnal one, which Sarah has reviewed on Colour Me Loud, but I went in the end for something a little bit different. Here's the packaging. I like it. It's plastic, but it's quite substantial. It's a more convenient size than the Tom Ford, mainly because it's a bit smaller, but you're getting less product, obviously. I quite like the gold and the Gucci logo. Your fingerprints get everywhere, but that's inevitable. Inside, feels pretty good quality. The mirror, don't particularly want to show myself, but I don't know if you can see this Gucci engraved in it. The usual little brushes with velour and a little fibre brush at one end. 2 of those, haven't used those. Try to keep the plastic over it. Now, the only thing I would say is I thought that the colours were placed rather oddly in the pan. This one looks lopsided to me, but they do seem to be firmly affixed. I say that because one of the videos that I've seen shows somebody opening the bronzer and literally the whole pan falls out of the packaging, so not glued in very well. And I would say that one's a bit wonky, but it doesn't bother me enough to do anything about it. Now, this one was called Cosmic Deco, and I chose this one because it had colours that were kind of different from any quads that I've got. It's not going to be a colour range that I wear a huge amount because it's quite dark for me, but it's a really nice combination. Now you can see that the colours in the pan are engraved with the Gucci logo, which I'm sure will soon wear off. Again, some people don't like that. I happen to like it very much. I'm quite a label fan. Lovely, lovely texture in this kind of bone-coloured, slightly yellowy cream, which just gives a very nice sheen, actually, fairly obvious for a highlighting colour. Then here we've got a kind of silvery, greeny taupe, which goes on beautifully. I really like that sheen. You can see the light gives it different colours, so lots of texture there. And then I'm quite fond of an olivey colour, and here we've got, did I put that out? Yeah, I put that over the cream, which isn't a good idea. That's a bit truer. A nice, quite subtle golden olive there, nicely between warm and cool, so would suit a lot of people. And then the definition black, which smokes out quite well there. So the textures of all of them are really nice. No matte colours in this one. They've all got a bit of shimmer. This black's actually got quite a lot of glitter, although it doesn't seem to be showing up too much when I put it on. Now, I haven't worn on the lids yet, so I'm not able to tell you what the fallout and blendability actually on the lids are, because as I say, I wanted to get this up reasonably quickly, but I'm sure I'll be trying this out quite a lot in the next few days and weeks, so it'll probably be in my favourites or something like that, how it works out. But overall, I'm liking the quad, and I'd be tempted to get another. Love the little velveteen pouch. That's got the Gucci logo on as well, which I really like, I have to say. Now, I was very tempted by one of the monos that was in the shade Iconic Ottanio, which is this colour. I went for it in the nail polish. It's a real Gucci colour from, well, certainly I remember it in the 70s and the 80s. This very blue peacock. I've heard it described as teal, but I'd say peacock. And this is what I've got on my nails at the moment. A really, really beautiful, rich peacock greeny blue. And I picked out this scarf that I had, one of my very first Gucci purchases, I think either in 1979 or 80 when I was on holiday in Italy for the first time. I often bring this out in autumn because it's got kind of fruits on it and everything. But here we've got the green, obviously in a matte silk. But this is the shade Ottanio, which is very much associated with Gucci. You also saw it on the braids on the iconic Gucci print bags. So I really wanted to get that shade from Gucci, this makeup range, and they feature it in a number of the products, particularly a beautiful mono eye shade. But I decided not to get that because I knew I wouldn't really wear it a huge amount. You know, it's a kind of showstopper colour. And I have the Tom Ford palette in Emerald Lust, and you can see there one of the shades there is very, very similar. So if you have that palette, which was a limited edition, you know, I didn't think it was worth it. But I did get the nail polish, had it applied today, so I don't know how it'll wear. It went on very, very well. That's 2 coats, but you can see on my wheel, that's 1 coat there, so it's very, very opaque, very, very nice finish. Next to it, I swatched an essay colour dive bar, which I thought was going to be quite similar. They look fairly similar in the bottles. This is a bit darker, but you can see the difference in quality actually, because that's 1 coat of dive bar and it's very streaky and looks a lot darker, so not that close. So I'll let you know how the polish wears. And then I also went for the same colour in the eyeliner pencil, which is quite tricky to get out of. Now, I've worn this once on my eye, and I have to say, once you put it on, it most certainly stays there. I had difficulty even getting it off with a waterproof mascara, but for me, that was enough for the eye look to get the iconic colour without the full shadow. And if this pencil is anything to go by, these are really, really good quality, because it's very, very soft to apply. Quite difficult to smudge out, even after a few seconds. You've got a little smudger on the end if you want to, and it certainly didn't bleed on the eye. There's a little sharpener in the box as well. So those are my first impressions of the Gucci line. I'm pretty impressed. Price-wise, it's coming up there with the sort of Dior, Charlotte Tilbury. So it seems like, well, it is cheaper than Tom Ford, although, of course, the trick is that Tom Ford's portions are a lot bigger, so you generally get a lot more product. So in fact it works out cheaper, but you know, that's not how it seems when you're paying out. So this is a pricey range, a premium range as you would expect, but the quality looks really good to me. I'll know more about it when I've used it. And I definitely found the website quite easy to use, and delivery and everything like that was great here in the UK. So yeah, the only drawback is you can't go to the counters yet and try out. So I'm dying to try the foundations, for example, but there's no way I'm going to do that till they're on sale in the shops, which I guess will happen eventually. My guess is Selfridges and or Harrods will get them in the UK, certainly in London. One note is the lipsticks. I've heard on various YouTube videos that there are problems with the glosses and the lipsticks, and they're far less popular, it would seem, than these other products, but definitely worth a look. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now.